I mean, this past weekend was a great accomplishment. It was definitely something that we wanted to get under our belt going into the rest of the season. But going into practice, we had 2 great practice days, just focusing on the little things, because at this point, it's the little things that are going to matter, and it's the little things that are going to add up. And so we just went back into the gym and just worked on our technique, our form, pressure situations, because we want to get better.
You guys coming off this going to be, I think, 3 weeks and 8 days. I believe it's kind of nuts. I mean, this time of the season, and you talked a little bit about it, but I mean, once you guys get to the postseason, you'll be asked to do so much in so little amount of time. How does competing events in such a short amount of time help you guys with, I guess, the
Yeah, so every year we kind of have a situation like this where we have 2 meets in one weekend, or 3 meets in 8 days, whatever you want to call it. But that's what you're going to see in postseason. I think it's going to be a little different this year. I'm not exactly sure how regionals and nationals all work, but we do know that there will be 2 competition days. And so that's really important for us to kind of get in the mindset of this past weekend. It wasn't back to back, but we had to travel and then all of that stuff, and so it was a lot of gymnastics all at once, and just mentally going through that mentally, having that mental toughness when we're tired, and but I thought it turned out great. I mean, it was a different situation. We weren't fresh, I guess you could say, on Sunday, but we had our best meet. So it's comforting knowing that even when we are a little tired or a little fatigued, that we can still do our best gymnastics.
headed to going against Arkansas this week, another top 25 team, but 1-6 so far this year. Against a team like that, how do you guys not look past them, and try to continue building off momentum over the weekend of your highest score of the season?
Yeah, we know that Arkansas is a great team. I mean, any team in the SEC, it's going to be great competition. We know that they're a growing team, and we know that it's not going to be in our home. It's going to be their territory, their turf, their crowd. So us just going into Friday night, we want to focus on ourselves, focus on what we can control. We can control our gymnastics. We can control those little things. And I think that the results will speak for itself.
Another all-around title for you over the weekend, and another SEC Gymnast of the Week honor. And this season so far for you has just been wild. I mean, what has it been kind of like for you, this process of going through this season and all the success that you've had kind of culminating in your last year?
I mean, I'm enjoying it. It's my last one. It's crazy to say after, I think, 19 years of doing the sport, it's slowly coming to an end. And so I made it a goal that this last year I just wanted to have fun. I wanted to give it all for my team. Just being surrounded by the best group of girls, being in the best university with the best fans. It's just everything about LSU is so great, and I just want to take it all in and live in the moment. And I'm so glad that I'm able to perform my best for my team, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the season.
Does it hit you emotionally? It's the last this, the last that, or do you try to not focus on that kind of stuff? You're not that sentimental.
A little bit, but it's not the end yet, and so I don't really think about that. Just take it one weekend at a time, one meet at a time, one day at a time, and just enjoy in the moment.
What? Obviously, y'all showing you're going to have very good scores on the road, like at Alabama. What has been a problem for y'all is overcoming someone having a miss on a routine and maybe kind of breaking your momentum. If that happens Friday night, how do y'all overcome that? How are y'all better equipped at this point in the season to overcome that, do you think?
Definitely. Throughout the season, we've had ups and downs, wins, loses, but after every single meet, we've always learned something. We've always had a takeaway, whether it's good or bad, and I think being in the middle of the season, we know how to approach things differently. We know how to adjust our attitudes or adjust our mindset, and so if there is a break in the lineup, that's not the end of the world. It's just the next person has to be like, okay, like it stops with me and I'm going to pick it back up. And so I think that our team is maturing in that point. I think at this point it's a mental game, and the maturity comes with it. Maturity comes with the experience we've had and the just just learning. It's a learning experience, but I think we're going to get better, and I'm excited for Friday.
Kind of to that point, when coming off Kentucky, you're getting back in the gym, maybe back to the drawing board after maybe a season, one of those performances. What did that feel like, and then what did you see from your teammates and their response in practice?
Yeah, after that meet, we talked about that. That was not who we are. That's not who we are as a team. That's not how we approach meets. That's not how we do our gymnastics. And so we took that, and after every meet, we go into a meeting and we talk about the meet, what we've learned, what was good, what was bad. And after that, we just took it and we're like, hey, we really need to collectively decide as a team who we are, and that's not who we are. But this past weekend, I think we really turned a corner, and even just comments from other people, they're like, hey, Elsie's back, that looked like Ellis, it looked like LSU, looked like you guys were having fun and just being yourselves. And I think that's really what it is. Just to stop thinking about everything, stop thinking about, because gymnastics is a mental game, you can train all you want, but what matters is in the moment, and that's when the mental toughness comes in. And so I think that we've learned a lot throughout this season so far, and I think that has toughened our mental state, and I think that's going to better prepare us for the rest of the season.
I know actually a lot about the wins piling up your career. Did it irritated you a little bit that you didn't win the all-around at Kentucky? Did those things matter to you? How much does winning matter to you as compared to just having a great performance?
Individually, it doesn't. As a team, it does.
So it's just a byproduct of helping the team when you win individual events?
Definitely. Going into a meet, the goal is never, I want to win bars. Or I want to win however many events. It's always, okay, what can I do to help with our team score? What can I do to have us improve? What can I do to be better for my team? It's not. The funny thing about college gymnastics is it's not an individual sport at all. Yes, you're doing your routines individually, but collectively, what matters is the team. And I think some people confuse that just because you are basically, when you're up, you're going by yourself, but you wouldn't be in that lineup without your team. You wouldn't be in that position you are in without the push from your other teammates. You wouldn't be in that spot without your team as a whole. And so I think that's kind of just a background that people don't really think of, and that's also why we have the depth that we have. We need people in multiple events, just because if one person goes down, the next one is up. So it's definitely not individual at all, and it's all for the team.
So when you share the title at 995 on floor with Kennedy and McKenna, you like it?
Yeah, it was great. Floor was awesome.
Well, I have a question about Leo's. Do you have a favorite? I told you.
I don't know. Okay, the one we're wearing on Friday at Arkansas, I really like that one. So you'll get to see it.
Is that a new one, or is it one you've already worn?
We've worn it before.
Really? I think y'all repeat it.
Just like last year?
Yeah,
y'all don't
last
repeat
year.
within a season, right?
Yeah, we don't repeat within a season, but previous years.
Do y'all
we did.
vote? Do y'all get a vote?
No, Ashley Claire Kearney, she usually does our wardrobe. So yeah.
I know Aaron McAday designed one of them at some point. Has anybody done that since, or is that really a one-off deal?
I'm not sure. I know ACK really does most of the designing. I think Bugs and Maya. Okay, ACK likes having a lot of input from different people, and it was funny because one time she came into the locker room with blank sheets of paper and was like, "Okay, draw a Leo for me," and just grabbing different ideas. But yeah, ACK mainly does all of our leotard designs.
So do y'all see them for the whole season, or each week you get to see what they're going to look like? Or?
Yeah, we have to wait each week.
So Mardi
So
Gras.
we never know.
Mardi Gras week, y'all have something pretty special.
Yeah, we know that one.
Okay.
That one's the annual one.